lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind we're in for a terrific game. A dream scenario to start it off for one side of the ball, a nightmare for the other to get this game started.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Take it in at the 3. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might have considered that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Catch is made, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere like that.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 8 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From midfield, here's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Carr now on 1st down. Open man, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him in the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Carr now on 1st down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing the no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gets a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chiefs at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This will be the 8th play in the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 31, Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 38, Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 12.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. So we reach halftime.
Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on from the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey.
And they're going to be set up at the 14-yard line.
That was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Mahomes going to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who's so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
The tackle made at the
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Here's Carr to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Now Carr again. Escaping the pressure right.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Now Carr.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Quick slant to Brown.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Intended for a turn throw. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 10. Carr. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete.
Carr's pass intended for Noah Brown. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, Tom. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. To throw again on second down. Carr, he's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought...